guys, how are you doing? Are you fine? I hope so. Let's go to our June 15th class. The text for this class talks about the eruption of Mount Pinatubo, okay? Most notably, the second eruption of the volcano that was on June 15th, when it exploded into a cataclysmic eruption. Alright? So, some verbs that we have on the text. We have the verbs to reach, to lose, to contain, to go, to explode, to charge, to rise, to blow, to fall, and the verb to feel. On home practice, that starts on page 1514 and goes until 1515, you have to use should, must, and have to give suggestions, alright? For example, people should remain calm and try to rationalize the situation. People must help one another. We have to trust on the authorities. Okay? On this class, as you could see, we're gonna talk about giving instructions. And what structures can I use to give instructions? I can use imperatives, I can use should, must, I can use the semi-modal have to. So let's start talking about the imperatives. Imperatives, they are used to give orders, to give commands, to give instructions. In affirmative imperatives, I'm gonna have the structure, the verb in base form and a complement. For negative imperatives, I'm gonna have do not, the verb in base form and a complement. Alright? So, one example of an imperative. Go to the stadium. Okay? It's an order, it's a command. We can also talk about some modal verbs, especially should and must. What is the idea of should? Should transmits the idea of advice, suggestion, recommendation. Must will transmit the idea of an obligation or a strong advice. And the negative form of must not, will transmit the idea of a prohibition. The affirmative sentences with modal verbs will follow the structure subject, modal verb, verb in base form, and complement. For negative sentences, subject, the modal verb plus not, the verb in base form, and complement. Interrogative sentences, we start with the modal verb, subject, the verb with base form, and a complement. Some examples, using should, for example, Marcelo should lose weight. Using must not, Ricardo must not go there. Okay? And we also have the structure of have to. Have to is a semi-modal. It's not a modal verb, but the idea is similar. What is the idea of have to? It can also transmit an idea of an obligation, okay? Very similar to must, but it also transmits the idea of a necessity, okay? It transmits the idea of a necessity. So, to form sentences using have to, we're going to have the structure of simple present. Okay? For example, in an affirmative sentence with have to, I'm going to have they have to reach their goals. Okay? So guys, that's it for this class. Okay? Now you are able to watch your live class with your teachers, and also don't forget to do your class practice when you finish it. Okay? So please like our video, leave your comments, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Alright guys, so thank you very much, have an awesome day, and see you next class.